Good afternoon. Welcome to Spanish Fork Softball Complex. Scott Langford, Matt Robinson, and we're here on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports. And we've got San Juan and South Sevier in the quarterfinals of our state softball 2A tournament. We've already got 2 games down. Enterprise defeats Millard, and Parowan defeats Beaver in a close one, 8-6. And now we've got the other 2 quarterfinals coming up, and it's the San Juan Broncos and the South Sevier Rams. In the circle for the San Juan Broncos, you've got, let me just check, Tricity Watcott, number 2. Behind the plate, you'll have Elsie Dally. Sadie Cosby will be on first base. Second base, Avina Cordova. Third base, Sinessa Atsidi. And shortstop will be Avery Gilson. Left field, Howard. Center field will be Perkins, and right field, Johnson. Here we go. We're ready to play. And for the South Sevier Rams, first up will be Kinsey Parsons.
Watcott done the majority of the pitching for the San Juan Broncos this year. She's 7-4 on the year with a 5.73 ERA. Looking to get a hot start here against the South Sevier Rams.
Yeah, this is the number 3 and the number 6 seeds in the RPI. And for Parsons, give me a batting average for Parsons, Mr. Robinson.
Parsons.
Number 9.
Number 9, a freshman batting .519, 41 hits, 34 RBIs, wow. So a big producer for the Rams.
That's a big spot for a freshman. Here she steps in. So Watcott will step into the circle, facing Parsons as we begin this quarterfinal matchup. Big thanks to all those who make it possible. And you're listening and watching to softball on TeamHive.live in partnership with KSL Sports. First pitch in, fouled off, strike 1.
I always like to see, Scott, where they come on the first pitch. Yeah. She comes with a fastball up and in. We'll see if she lives on the inner half or the outer half, or if she adjusts as the game goes on.
So there will be a timeout on the field. We'll take it and wait for 1 second. Here we go. We're ready to go. Parsons 0-1 count. No scoreboard on this one. We'll announce it a lot. Pitches in and might have caught the corner. Did so. Strike 2. 0-2 the count on Kinsey Parsons.
2 fastballs by Watcott. Up and in and up and out, painting the corners.
Yeah, great placement. 0-2 pitch. Got a swing. Strike 3.
Scott, that almost looked like a slider. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
Right as it approached the plate, it had about a 4 or 5 inch hook. Yeah. What a great pitch by Watcott.
Yeah, beautifully done. So three straight strikes, no balls on that one. Watcott, a junior for the San Juan Broncos. Big shout out to all those from South Sevier, Monroe area, as well as Blanding area for the San Juan Broncos. Hope you enjoy watching softball on TeamHive.live. And these are all sponsored by Rocky Mountain Chevy Dealers, Utah Community Credit Union, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Sunrise Engineering, San Pete Still in Moroni, Beaver Valley Hospital. It is 0-1, by the way, the count. Beaver Medical Clinic, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Barney Trucking, Honey's Marketplace in Kanab, and Jones DeMille Engineering. Strike 2 for Hazy Taylor.
Taylor, a senior, batting .324 on the year. 23 hits, 21 RBIs.
Wow. How old is she?
She's a senior.
Senior. And strike 3. That's 2 straight strikeouts for Watcott.
What a great start by Watcott for the San Juan Broncos. 2 up and 2 Ks, painting the corners. And she has really decent velo as well, velocity on her fastball.
Caitlin Nilsson up to the plate, the catcher for the Rams.
Nielsen, a sophomore, batting .519 on the year, 41 hits, 50 RBIs. So some big production for the Rams in these first 3 slots in their order.
I'll say that's great. Pitches in, strike for Nielsen.
And that looked like it may have been a bit of a changeup, but painted the inside corner and just across the knees. Watcott hitting her spots early here in the top half of the first.
You can see the San Juan Broncos deep in the outfield. They respect the power of this batter. And there's a strikeout, number 3. 3 up, 3 down, all by strikeout. We go into the bottom of 1 with no score on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and in partnership with KSL Sports.
Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
This is how legends 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Welcome back on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom. And we've got 2A softball. We're going to the bottom of the first. In the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no one left on. 3 strikeouts for Whatcott. And now it'll be the San Juan Broncos up to the plate. And they'll start with Avina Corvona, Gilson, and Whatcott up to the plate. Real quick, as we cover the South Sevier Rams in the outfield, Kinsey Parsons plays third base. Hazy Taylor, the pitcher. Nilsson, the catcher. Phelps plays shortstop. Deaton is the second baseman. Gordon on first base. Straight is the designated player. Anderson in left. Dickinson in right. And Miller in center.
And Taylor, the pitcher, the senior, has a 3.81 ERA on the season. Which is very good in 2A softball.
And just misses ball 1 on the first pitch. It was close. Here comes the pitch. That one looks good and is 1-1 the count. There wasn't another one, right, Audrey? There was another one?
Cordova, 395 on the season,
okay.
30 hits, 18 RBIs, 11 doubles.
Wow. Tries to catch that inside corner, just misses, ball 2. So you just got done calling the Enterprise and Millard game. That one was close for a while, and then Enterprise broke it open, right?
Enterprise broke it open late, and some great pitching by the junior Blakely Christensen for Enterprise. Really, Millard only had one bright spot. Kane for the Eagles went 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. Other than that, Christensen shut him down.
2 straight balls for Cordova, and she goes to first base. So the first runner on for the San Juan Broncos. That'll bring up Avery Gilson.
Gilson for the Broncos, 373 batting average, 28 hits, 25 RBIs, 8 doubles.
Ball 1 for Gilson.
Gilson going to try to find a gap and advance the runner with the leadoff runner on base. Nobody out.
Second pitch down low in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0 the count.
So Taylor going to have to find a way, the senior pitcher for the Rams, to pitch ahead.
Throw down to first base. That was a called strike, so 2-1 the count. Here it comes, 2-1, as I mentioned. No score, we're in the bottom of the first. Second batter hit deep to center field. It's up over the head of the center fielder. Will take a bounce. That is a ground rule double for Avery Gilson.
The center fielder, Miller, misread that off the bat. It was a hard hit line drive, and her first 3 steps were in, and that ball beat her deep with the ground rule double.
Yeah, hits right at the bottom of the fence, then bounces over. So runners on second and third in scoring position. All for Whatcott, the pitcher for the Broncos, batting .471 on the season.
Whatcott, .471, has 41 hits and 30 RBIs.
Wow.
10 doubles. Look for Whatcott to find something to drive to a gap.
She steps in the circle. Again, runners on second and third. No outs. Pitches in and high. Ball 1. Second pitch hit over to the right side. Going to be in the gap. That's a single. Will score 1. And they will hold the runners on the corners, but an RBI single for Trinity Whatcott.
Watcott didn't exactly square that one up, but got it just enough to squirt it through the infield between first and second base for the no-out RBI single. And early in the game here in the bottom half of the first, the Broncos have a little rally going.
Yep, already up 1-0, no outs, runners on first and third with Haley Palmer at the plate. Number 7.
Palmer batting .431, 31 hits and 30 RBI out of the 4-hole.
What's the team batting average?
Team batting average for the San Juan Broncos is .392.
Wow.
And, Scott, they have 247 RBIs on the season, which means they hit the ball. They put the ball in play with runners in scoring position.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, 371 on the season for the South Sevier Rams. So both teams, these are two good hitting teams. Pitches outside, and they will not make a play, so a stolen base for Trinity Watcott. Actually, it'll be I didn't see the pinch runner in.
I didn't get the number, but a speed-up runner for the pitcher.
So that moves runners to second and third.
Nobody out.
Pitches a ball, yep.
Nobody out with the 4-hole hitter up, 3-1 count. It's sort of a bit of an early danger zone for the South Sevier Rams.
Here's a pitch to Palmer. Now it's, strike. Called that. I thought that was going to be a walk, but it is a strike. So full count. Or was that 2-2? I think it was full count.
No, it's full.
Full count. Pitch and hit to the second baseman. Looks off and no advancement on the runner. Nice job by South Sevier holding that run.
Great play defensively, although I will say typically on a ground ball hit to the right side, that runner is sent from third just to force the issue. The third base coach for the San Juan Broncos opts to hold the runner. Maybe early in the inning, they didn't want to take themselves out of an early rally.
That'll bring Johnson up to the plate, number 14, playing right field.
Johnson 381 on the year with 24 hits and 23 RBIs.
Ball one, up and out. So one down, runners on second and third. That's Gilson and Watcott. Well, the speed-up runner, rather. Ball's in, and ball 2.
And following that last ground ball, I saw the San Juan coach talking with his base runner. I'm thinking that he probably wanted her to go, but she opted to stay.
Pitch high and outside the strike zone again. 3 straight balls, so hitters count for Johnson.
And I always like to see these little interesting strategies here.
Do they swing or not?
Will she have the green light early, or is she going to take?
She was taken, and it will be a ball anyway. So the base is juiced as the second walk of the game of the inning. And the base is loaded with one down.
Really a smart timeout by the catcher for the South Sevier Rams. Early in the game, needs to keep her team calm, needs to keep her pitcher calm and focused. You know, they have forces everywhere, so a ground ball in the infield probably still gives them a chance to prevent any more runs from plating here.
So with the bases loaded, one out, Sadie Crosby steps to the plate, number 9.
Number 9, Cosby,
hit
397
out of play right side.
So Cosby 397 with 25 hits and 23 RBIs.
That's a good hitting San Juan team. Holy cow.
These kids can put the ball in play for sure.
There's a hit on the right side. That's going to be a single. We'll score 1, maybe 2. And nope, just 1. Great job by the outfield, but yet the damage done with the single by Sadie Crosby. Already the third hit of the game.
Another line drive single, and I wouldn't exactly say she squared that one up either, but just enough. Clearly a single into the right center gap, and normally you would see the runner scoring from second on that one, but it hung up just a little bit.
Here's a ground ball too short. At home, the force is out. So that is going to be 6-2. Let's see, was that the shortstop?
Yep. Shortstop, number 33, Phelps.
Whoops, I got the wrong person here. So 6-2 for out number 2.
And that was a very heads-up play with one out. The infield was in. Hard hit ground ball, sharply hit to the shortstop. She immediately comes home and gets the force out, saving another run.
So now with 2 down now, base is still loaded for Elsie Dowley, number 11.
Number 11, 426 with 20 hits and 21 RBI.
Ball one just misses high in the strike zone. The catcher for the San Juan Broncos. Right now it's 2-0. Ball comes in, strike one. 1-1.
Great pitch right there by Taylor, just off the inside corner, and maybe got an extra half inch there.
There's a hit up and out, fouled out of play, 1-2. The count goes to.
So one thing I like to see is the chips are down for the South Sevier Rams. They had base runners on. There was 0 outs, 1 out, and these kids have sort of stiffened their backbone, and they're in a position to get out of this.
Here's a hit. That's going to be another single. Drives in a run. Right field picks up with a bobble. Now the run comes into the home, and no play at home. 2 RBIs for Elsie Dally.
And right on cue. What a great line drive. That one was squared up. That was a well-hit line drive by the San Juan Bronco with 2 RBIs.
So that brings in Johnson and Crosby, I believe.
Crucial 2-out hitting there for San Juan.
Yep, moves Howard to third with Dally on first. So 4 runs in the first on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the inning. That'll bring up number 13, at City.
Great 2-out hit there for the San Juan Broncos. At City, 333 on the season with 16 RBIs.
San Juan's at City will foul off strike one. So the runner's on the corners.
High fastball by Taylor. Look for it to come up and in based on the results of that first pitch. I'd see her come up and in.
And what'd you see, Matt?
Well,
up and in.
The bat was just the bat from Atsedy was just a little bit slow.
Yeah.
And so the last thing you want to do is speed up her bat. You want to come in on her hands.
Another ball, just misses. Runners on second and third. One. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be hit to the right side. Another, that's a nice play by the right fielder, and that'll do it. As Atsedy flies out to the right field, but the damage is done by the San Juan Broncos. They score 4 in the top of the first. We'll be back with that's the bottom of the first, with the top of the second after this on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Welcome back. Scott Langford, Matt Robinson. Top of the second. In the bottom of the first, San Juan scored 4 runs on 4 hits with no errors, 2 left on base, and 4 earned runs. They lead 4-0 at the end of 1. There was 1 stolen base in that inning. So now we go to the top of the second, and that will bring up 4, 5, and 6. Phelps, Deaton, and Gordon. First it will be Kinley Phelps, the shortstop for South Sevier.
Phelps, 358 on the season, 24 hits, 21 RBIs. One of the things with the 4-0 lead, I would expect to see Watcott push the tempo of the game in the circle here, Scott.
Strike one.
I would expect to see Watcott toe the rubber and deliver at a pretty good tempo here to try to push the tempo, push the speed of the game.
Watcott had a sensational first inning, 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts. Second pitch comes in, strike 2. So an 0-2 count to the cleanup batter, Kinley Phelps.
And I think that's Watcott's fastball, but she's got good movement on that fastball. Yeah. It's tailing away from the right-handed batter.
There's the pitch, and strike 3. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Watcott. Wow.
Watcott throwing, I think that's a rise ball. We can't quite see from our angle, but it is tailing away from the right-handed batter.
So,
it's a great pitch.
Here's an interesting stat. If you look at the pitch count, strikes, 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 strikes. No balls yet in the game for Watcott.
11 pitches and 11 strikes.
Yeah. There's the pitch, hit on the left side to the shortstop. Oh, couldn't quite make the grab. That, I'm not sure she had a chance either way on that.
Watching Deaton, the left-hander out of the box, I'm going to
Audrey will decide, though. Single? Yeah, single. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure. Because if she would have picked it up, I'm not sure she could have made that play going away.
Well, it was a left-hander. She had good speed out of the box, and I agree with you. It was a well-hit ground ball.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think that's a single, a one-out single.
That brings up Gordon for the Rams. First pitch comes in. It hits her. She's going to get a base on ball. So after retiring the first 4, the next 2 on. South Sevier in business. Runners first and second with Straight up to the plate.
So number 10, Gordon, draws the hit by pitch. And with nobody out, 1 out, South Sevier has 2 runners on board. Mm-hmm. We'll see if they can respond and bridge that 4-run gap.
So stepping in 22, Kelsey Straight, the designated player.
Straight at 280 on the season, has 5 RBIs.
What year for Straight?
Straight is a senior.
So a senior for these Rams. Big time for her. Squares to bunt, pulls back, ball 1, outside. By my count, first ball of the game, meaning non-strike of the game.
So Straight looking to lay down a bunt to advance the runners, but does a great job on pulling back on the ball. That pitch was up and outside, and a very heads-up play right there by Straight.
Comes the pitch, out and up. That time she went after it, and it will be strike 1.
So we'll see if Watcott continues to exploit. She's pounding right now against Straight. She's pounding that outer half of the plate.
So 1-1. Comes the pitch. It's strike 1 right down the pipe.
Yeah.
1-2.
Right down the pipe ski.
Yes, it was. We'll try to get you some other scores. Duchesne taking on, who were they playing over there? I can't remember. Duchesne taking on Gunnison. That's correct. Pitch inside. That's a strike. So strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout already for Watcott. And with runners on first and second, 2 down, where it'll bring up number 19, Anderson.
What a tough pitch that is by Watcott. We've already seen it on 3 strikeouts. It almost looks like a slider. It just has a sharp hook right at the end with some good velocity. It's a really good pitch.
Here's the left fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And in this top half of the second, Watcott is living on the outer half of the plate. She really is just.
And then swinging back in and up, too.
Yeah.
So 0-1. 2 down. Runners on first and second. Pitches up high, but a swing and a miss. That's an 0-2 count. Pitcher's count.
Number 19, Anderson, offers what otherwise would have been a ball.
Yeah.
But Watcott got her to offer at it.
Anderson, a junior for South Sevier.
Batting .413.
And strike 3, that'll do it, as Watcott has 6 strikeouts in 2 innings. So for the South Sevier Rams, no runs on 1 hit with 2 left on. 4-0 when we come back for the bottom of the second on TeamHive.live.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Welcome back as we hit the top of the bottom of the second inning. It'll be San Juan 9-1-2. And let's go ahead and talk about the ninth batter, which is Perkins, the center fielder, number 5.
Number 5, Perkins, 222 on the season, looking to get a leadoff runner aboard for the San Juan Broncos.
And we're back to the top of the order. So stepping in the circle is Taylor for South Sevier. Here comes the first pitch at the bottom of the second, outside, ball 1. Just a reminder, in the top half. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I was a little off on the lineup because San Juan has I think they have a designated player.
They do.
Yeah.
So that's another fouled off. So 1-1 the count. So real quick in the top of the first for the South Sevier Rams. No hits, no runs on 1 hit. 2 players left on. 4-0 our score. Here's pitch inside. That's a ball. 2-1.
Both pitchers, Watcott and Taylor, looking to push the tempo of the game, which I personally like a lot.
Yeah. Inside, a little bit low. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Hitters count for Madden Perkins. Ball inside, so the leadoff batter on base. And that'll bring back up Cordova, who walked her first at-bat.
So that should have been Cordova there with the designated player. We're on to Gilson.
Oh, well, see, you're not very smart.
Well, again,
I think you said it like 3 times.
I got mixed up because of the designated player. So, yeah.
There's a pass ball, so no stolen base.
Pass ball advances Cordova to second base, so nobody out and a runner on second base.
You are correct, Matt. Thank you.
Gilson 1 for 1 on the day.
2 balls for Gilson. She hit a shot to the fence in right center, her first at bat. And here's a shot to left field. It's up high, deep, and will be gone. A home run for Avery Gilson.
So Gilson just sat back on that pitch and drove it deep to that left center gap for the 2-run shot.
Holy cow. How many home runs on the season for Gilson, Matt?
Gilson, with 1 home run on the season, that makes number 2. And what a spot to come up with their second home run of the season.
I'll say that pushes the lead with a 2 RBI home run for Gilson. 6-0 for San Juan and no outs. So what a big hit by the shortstop, Avery Gilson.
Yeah, she got her pitch, and she just drove that ball to that left center gap. And
she hit the fence the last time. This time, no question.
First hit to the right center gap, second hit to the left center gap, and that ball was out of here.
Yes, it was. So big hits by Gilson. Now Watcott gets a chance. She's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. A single to right center. Up 6-0, no outs. Pitch. Outside, ball 1.
We'll see if the Lady Rams can continue to grind here, kind of in the danger zone here in the bottom half of the second inning with nobody out.
Pitch is down, ball 2. Once again, big thanks to all of those who sponsor softball on TeamHive.live, Rocky Mountain Chevy Dealers, and Utah Community Credit Union, name a couple. Ball 3, 3 straight balls. Now the pitcher's count for Watcott.
And I would say in this situation, she's probably got a take on 3 straight balls, nobody out, no base runners.
She does, because that was right down the middle, strike 1.
Those kinds are so hard to take. She obviously had the take on.
Intermountain Power Service Corporation, Central Valley Medical Center of Nephi also sponsors. And there's the walk as the ball's out and down for Watcott. She's on the base path. Bringing up Haley Palmer, number 7. She is a designated player.
Palmer, the designated player in the 4-hole, is a senior batting .431. She's driven in 30 RBIs on the season.
30, I was going to say, last time she hit 2 the second baseman. I was looking at Watcott. I was going to add RBIs. First pitch in, pulled back, and will be a ball 1.
I think that was a called play. I don't think that they had any plans of bunting Palmer, but she squared around to advance that runner.
Stolen base for San Juan. Strike on the pitch. 1-1. That's 2 stolen bases for the San Juan Broncos early on. We're just in the bottom of the second. It's 6-0 San Juan. This pitch up. Might have caught the corner. Did so. Strike.
Great location
1-2.
by Taylor for the South Sevier Rams right there. It'd be a great spot to come again with the 1-2 pitch.
No outs. Runner on second. Pitch is hit high on the right side. Is it in play? It's going to be close. We can't see it. Nope. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Could you see it? Okay.
Not sure if it stayed in play or not, but nonetheless drops foul.
So 1-2 again the count.
Palmer still alive with a heartbeat.
There's a hit to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first for the out. Runner stays at second.
A great response by Taylor throwing the ground ball to the 4-hole hitter Palmer for the 6-3 fielder's choice put out.
Yeah, Phelps with a nice play at short. And that'll bring up Johnson, the right fielder, number 14. She walked her last at bat, so officially 0-0. 0 for 0 on the day. Outside pitch is a ball 1.
So 1 out, runner in scoring position for Johnson.
Pitch looks good down the right side. Foul ball, though. It'll be strike.
Excuse me, Scott. Johnson 381 on the season with 23 RBIs. She has another opportunity with the runner in scoring position right here.
Now I lost the count. I'm going to have to check it.
It's 1-1.
1-1. Make that 1-2 as she just catches that outside corner.
Taylor showing some grit here.
Whoa. Speaking of grit, she takes one in the side of the leg and will advance the walk.
And trying to come
Johnson.
inside on the inner half of the plate, and that one just got away from her. She was up 1-2. You hate to see you give up the 1-2 hit by pitch.
Single last at bat. Up comes Sadie Crosby. She hit it into right center field, number 9.
Now batting first baseman, number 9, Sadie Crosby.
397 on the season. She's 1 for 1 on the day.
Pitch is outside, ball 1. We'll try to give you some updates on the 3A tournament. Right now playing is North San Pete and Union, Canyon View, and Morgan. Strike for Crosby. So we'll get you some scores between innings. These are the last 2 quarterfinal matches. And there's a hit to second base, sharply hit. And does get the player at first, and we'll see about second. First base is out and safe. The missed tag on second. Yeah, good try by the second baseman.
It was a very heads-up play by Deaton, the second baseman. She knew she had time, so she went for the tag and the double play, but still had time to get. She missed the tag, but still had time to get the out at first.
Does advance the runners, second and third, 2 outs. Pitch comes in, outside, ball 1. Howard, number 15. We don't have a Howard, number 15, on our roster, so can't give any stats.
Howard, number 15 for the San Juan Broncos.
Oh, we do have it.
397 on the season, 29 RBIs, and she has 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs. We'll see if she can find a gap.
She got on a fielder's choice her last at bat. They got the player out at home base. Home plate, rather. 1-2, fouled off. Stays alive. Oh, 2-2 now. Count was 2-1. Now 2-2.
So with 2-2, 2 outs, Taylor probably going to bust a fastball high and outside would be my best guess. See if she can get the batter to offer at it.
Here it comes. High and in, but
Ooh.
That was very close. Great pitch, just missed.
Looked like a changeup. She opted to come in with a changeup, just missed off the inside corner. It was a great 2-2 pitch.
That was just ice water for Howard, too. Here's the full count pitch. Fouled off. She stays alive.
There's that outside fastball. We'll see what Taylor opts to do with 3 full count and 2 outs. She does have a base open.
And strike three as she catches that corner, gets herself out of a jam, but South Sevier adds 2 to their lead. They lead 6-0 when we come back on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Welcome back. We're headed into the bottom of the second. Well, now we're at the top of the third. Top of the third inning for South Sevier. They will be starting 9-1-2. So we'll have Dickinson, Parsons, and Taylor coming up. So far, it's been 6 strikeouts. All the outs have been accounted for by strikeouts. There's been 1 hit in the game by the South Sevier Rams, but it's been strikeouts. It's been the name of the game in this one. And so Whatcott's been outstanding. Dickinson, the right fielder, will start us off in the top of the third inning. And a couple scores for you. Duchesne 3, Gunnison 2. Morgan's up 1-0 over Canyon View. And then North San Pete and Union's the other 3/8 quarterfinal. Strike zone, perfect pitch. And a big healthy swing by Nilsson, just misses.
Some high heat, and boy, Nilsson went after it.
She did. That would be my poison too.
Yeah.
that ball just looks so big coming up there. Pitch high, popped up, exactly what you would expect. Catcher trying to find it, unable to do so. You could see, I think she looked right into the sun, which is right overhead, and couldn't quite find the ball.
And maybe one of the things you like to see the catcher do there is get rid of that mask.
Yeah.
She opted to leave the mask in place, and she couldn't quite find that.
It's kind of backed off, thinking the catcher had the advantage. She's the third baseman.
Scott, in the other 2A game, it's 6-2. Gunnison going to the bottom half of the third. 3-0 Morgan.
Duchesne.
Excuse me. Fastball. I'd like to know exactly what they call that pitch, but it just gives the batter a different look and makes it a little tougher to see it.
Here's the pitch, and hit to the second baseman, picks it up, and that will be an RBI for Cordova.
So that's what you expect to see, a hard hit, sharply hit ground ball to the right side with a runner on first, and the run scores. That's a great at-bat by Cordova doing her job and plating that run for the Broncos.
So another earned run for the San Juan Broncos. That'll bring up Gilson. And let's see, how's Gilson done today so far, Matt? Hit the fence on her first attempt, missed the fence on her second attempt.
Gilson with a double to the right center gap and a home run to the left center gap. We'll see if she stays hot.
2 for 2 on the afternoon. Ooh, she nails one up the left sideline. Foul ball.
My, oh my, Gilson is feeling comfortable in the box today. She squared that one up as well. Gilson, only a freshman.
Holy cow. Gilson steps back in. 0-2. Pitches in. Gilson, left side, foul ball. Still, count remains 0-2.
South Sevier Rams may have been fortunate that was foul. It was a great glove by the third baseman, Parsons, but Gilson may have outrun that one. That was just fouled past the third baseline.
0-2 pitch, and will be a swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout for Taylor. That'll end the inning, and San Juan tacks on one more. They lead 7-0 going into the top of the fourth on TeamHive.live.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Welcome back. We start at the top of the fourth inning with the South Sevier Rams up to the plate. Batters 4, 5, and 6, Phelps, Deaton, and Gordon. Talk to me about the pitching. You were just talking about what you see, so far in the game for the two pitchers.
So Watcott is just pounding the strike zone. She's throwing strikes. She's thrown 42 pitches and 32 strikes. And Taylor having a little bit of a harder time finding the zone. She's all the way up to 82 pitches on the day. Of course, that's what happens when you put the ball in play. But Watcott doing a great job, very efficient.
Ball one for Phelps. Kinley Phelps, the shortstop, up to the plate. So 1-0 the count.
Phelps, a sophomore, 358, 21 RBIs on the year.
Pitches in, outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Watcott's going to step back, try to catch her breath. Seeing 2 consecutive balls from Watcott's not something we've seen so far today.
No, it really hasn't been. She'll step back in with that 2-0 count. Strike one, swing and a miss on the outside corner. 2-0 pitch. That was a very well placed ball.
Yeah, you in a completely perfect world, you may have wanted to see the batter take that one. I think it was a little bit outside, but Watcott got her to offer at it.
Yep, ball 3. So 3-1 the count. Watcott with 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. There comes the 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. Count goes full. 3-2. Lots of baseball going on. 2A classification playing at BYU and 3A classification playing at Kearns, I believe.
Yeah, I think the 2A was originally scheduled to be at UVU, but here a week or so ago they switched it over to BYU, which is another exciting venue for those kids to play at.
Strike 3, another strikeout for Watcott. Phelps goes down swinging.
What a great pitch by Watcott, that fastball breaking off the outside corner. Great recovery by Watcott there.
Let's get some scores for you. Ogden loses to Union 6-4. And Grantsville, we've already talked about softball. Here's a hit on the left side. Picked up by the third base. Up and out. Beautiful play by San Juan. Wow.
What a great play by Atzity, the third baseman for San Juan. That was a chopper of a ground ball and not an easy play to make. She came up and just fired across the diamond for the second out of the inning.
Well, she absolutely had to throw that over hard. So no scores in the 2A classification baseball yet. We'll keep posting on all of those. Here's a hit over to second field. Wow, what a play by the second baseman as she goes up and overhead going away.
Flashing some leather, the San Juan Broncos here.
Wow, that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no one left on. The score remains 6-0 when we come back on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Welcome back. You're watching 2A state softball action on TeamHive.live. Here's Watcott up at the plate. She'll take ball one to begin her appearance at the plate. She's been a phenomenal pitcher. Last time she's also 1 for 1. There's a foul ball off the right side.
And Scott, to end that top half of the inning there, Watcott maybe not 100% as efficient as she was in the previous 3 innings. But, man, did her defense step in and make 2 big plays right there.
Yeah.
Really great plays.
Pitch is high and out. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Walcott steps back in. And ball, she almost thought about that one.
Yeah, off-speed pitch by Taylor there trying to get her to offer.
You shot the shoulders flex, but no swing. 3-1. Pitch is high as well. That'll be ball 4.
And you see the mechanic there from Watcott. Every pitch is a strike. It's a yes, yes, yes until it's a ball. But she definitely thinking she's going to crush one there until she can't. You know.
That's right. Haley Palmer now up at the plate. She is 0 for 2 this afternoon.
Palmer out of the 4-hole, 0 for 2. Let's see if she can deliver for the Rams.
She bats a measly 471. Here's a hit into center field, right to the center fielder, out number 1.
Center fielder barely had to take a step to catch that one as a line drive
didn't
right
move.
at her.
She didn't move till the last second. She took a half a step up to make the catch.
And that's a great response by Taylor after giving up the base.
Yeah.
Batted for San Juan, number 14, Adriana Johnson.
Johnson up to the plate. Johnson with 2 walks on the afternoon. Johnson is the right fielder for San Juan. There's a steal attempt, and it's going to go into center field. And they'll hold the runner. It will be a stolen base for the speed-up runner.
Very timely stolen base there for San Juan. Throw was just a little bit high, and even had the shortstop made the catch, I think that was a straight stolen base.
Here's the pitch, and it's going to be hit to the right field near the line, but I think it's going to tail out of play and will be a foul ball.
Good wood on the bat there, but just tailed foul. But Taylor doing a good job at hitting the spot there, not giving Johnson the opportunity to turn on one.
0-2 the count for Johnson. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, ball 1. Runner on second.
Taylor trying to get her to chase off the plate. You may see her to come out there again.
Low, that'll be a ball 2. 2-2.
Good response here by Taylor.
That one might be in play. We'll see if the play can be made, and is made by the third base player. Great job. That's out number 2.
We were blocked by the tree, but, man, they went back into that gap. Right off the bat, it didn't look like anybody was going to be able to get there, but great play there on the left-hand side of the field for the second out of the inning.
You know, broadcasters, we hate the trees, but as spectators, the trees are sure nice on hot days.
Spectators need the trees.
That's right.
That kind of blocked the deep foul poles on both sides.
There's a hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit over the second base, and will advance the runner. The runner will stay at third base, and could have scored. But, I mean, you can't tell that. But that's a base hit for Crosby.
The throw from center fielder, she got rid of it. Miller got rid of it very quickly, which I think is what held the runner at third. She got it out of her glove very quickly. But the throw did take the catcher well up the baseline. So San Juan, one of the themes of the day for them has been 2-out hitting. They continue to put the ball in play with 2 outs. got a speed-up runner there. Number 16, Palmer, a freshman, in as a speed-up runner, pinch runner.
It's going to be a stolen base for Crosby.
And again, Howard squares to advance that runner from first to second on the stolen base, and now she's got 2 runners in scoring position.
That one's up high. Ball 1.
Number 15, Howard 0 for 2, but has 2 runners in scoring position. See if she can continue the 2-out hitting for the Broncos.
Strike. Swing and a miss. But the catcher very aggressive, holding Whatcott back, well, the speed-up runner back on third base.
Yeah, and Nielsen looking to get a back pick on third base. Honestly, making some great throws there.
Right. Pretty deadly. There's a strike. Can say she got a piece of that one. 1-2 the count. Lots of excitement happening around us.
7-2 for the Duchesne.
Just missed inside. Count goes to 2-2. That was a great pitch, just barely missed. Kind of pushed Howard back off the plate, just a touch. Pitches in, hit straight up in the air, and that just barely out of play. Caught by a spectator's chair.
Almost landed in the drink holder.
Yeah, it did. Whoa, and the spectator almost got hit again.
Almost hit her again.
Now they're saying, hey, no, throw over. It's going to catch. Coming back.
And now they're going to the South Sevier dugout. It's pretty good.
There's a little pipe right there that they could put it through instead of throwing it over.
I'm only laughing because I would have done the same thing.
Oh, no, me too. 2-2 the count. There's the pitch and swing fouled off left side.
Great 2-2 pitch there by Taylor.
Yeah, it was.
That's that crossbody fastball. If anything, that crossbody motion hides the ball from the batter for just another split second, makes it harder for him to see.
2-2 pitch coming high. Ball, full count.
Taylor wanted that one.
Oh, so that was 4 balls. I only had 3.
Huh. Oh, yep, I wasn't paying attention. It was ball 4, but
All
man,
right, ball 4.
Taylor wanted that one. That didn't miss by much.
So San Juan back in business. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And coming up to the plate will be Elsie Dally. Dally 2 for 2 in the game with a triple and a single. And both to right center.
And with 2 RBIs, Dally has another chance to do some damage here with 2 outs.
Yep. Pitch is high, ball 1. This is dangerous territory for the South Sevier Rams. Down 6-0.
And in the bottom
7-0, rather. Yeah. Ball. That's 2-0 the count.
Yeah, a really crucial exchange right here for the South Sevier Rams.
It really is.
To maintain a heartbeat in this game.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low for a ball.
3-0.
Hitter's pitch coming for Elsie Dally, the catcher. And that'll walk in a run as just misses low for Taylor. So that'll bring Whatcott's speed-up runner in. And that moves Crosby to third and Howard to second as Dally takes first. That'll bring up Atsedy, who's 0 for 2. Flew out to right field both games.
So Dally with
both at bats, rather.
Dally with one of the hot bats. Taylor, the pitcher for the Rams, clearly not wanting to give her anything to hit.
Yeah.
There.
So the third baseman. Ball 1. Misses low.
2 outs and bases loaded, and the San Juan Broncos, you just can't quite seem to put them away. They just hang around, and they've loaded the bases up here with 2 outs.
That's ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one looks good and is 2-1 the count now.
Yeah, Atcity looked to be taking with 2 or 3 straight balls there. Atcity was taking all the way.
There's a hit to the shortstop, over for the out, and that is a huge dodge of a bullet for the South Sevier Rams.
Taylor gets out of the jam with the ground ball, 6-3, put out.
Right, so with that, the South Sevier Rams give up the 1 run, but it could have been far worse. So going into the top of the 5th inning, it is going to be 8-0, South Sevier down to San Juan.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Welcome back, Scott Langford, Matt Robinson, and we've got Jex and Audrey with us. And happy to have you along. 2A softball on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports. This is a great weekend of softball, and this is one of my favorite events, and the USHA does a great job with it. What a great venue.
I'll tell you what, this is the perfect venue for this tournament.
It really is.
And I love softball. It's such a great sport. Great spectator sport, great pace to the game, a lot of excitement, and these kids are doing a great job.
Straight at the plate, swing and a miss, ball, strike 1. 0 for 1 in the game for Straight. Strikeout in the 2nd inning. And again, we've talked about this. Watcott at 9 strikeouts already.
Watcott's thrown 50 pitches, 37 strikes with 9 Ks. She's pitching a great game.
Yeah, and she's ahead 0-2. To start this 5th inning. Straight to designated player for South Sevier. Pitches in, fouled off. Count remains 0-2.
Watcott up 0-2, catching her breath. I would look forward to continue to push the tempo, step on the rubber, and deliver the pitch. She's going to come outside.
Matt called it. 1-2 the count. Nice job.
Well, I just watched the catcher.
You're not supposed to give away the secrets. You just got to say, I just know things. That's what you're supposed to say. Hey, I just know things.
No, Watcott has that breaking ball that's breaking off the outside corner. I think she's going to go back to it right here.
Just misses outside again. Tough pitch. 2-2 the count.
That was a great 1-2 pitch. Yep. Really disciplined by Straight to lay off of that.
Two pitch coming from Watcott. Here it comes. That one would hit the corner. It's up in play, right field. Right fielder over, can't make the catch. And Straight's going to turn first, go to second, standing up, and she will get on base on the error. And South Sevier with a runner, leadoff runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Straight able to put that ball in play, and the ball skips off the glove of the right fielder. It's going to be scored an E9. But Straight, aggressive on the base paths, takes second base. And nearly was able to take third base, but the left fielder on a very heads-up play was there on the overthrow.
Anderson up to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 the count.
I'll tell you what, Anderson doesn't get cheated. She likes that high fastball, but, man, she takes a cut at it.
She does.
That's what we call a daddy hack.
There's the pitch, and low in the dirt. That's a ball. 1-1 the count. A daddy hack?
We call that one a daddy hack. So Anderson with a runner in scoring position has been kind of rare for the Rams so far in this game, but runner in scoring position. Let's see if she can find a gap here.
Strike. That was right down the middle. Anderson, another healthy cut, but a miss. 1-2 the count. So far in the game, South Sevier has stranded 4 players. They've had 4 base runners. No score yet. 8-0, top of 5.
Yeah, I think they've only had a couple of runners advance to second base, and
got it.
Yeah.
She catches that outside corner, and that is strikeout number 10 for Watcott.
Watcott painted that strike right across the outside corner, and I'm not sure Anderson was looking for that pitch, but whatever happened, she was fooled, and Watcott sat her down on the backwards K.
Yeah, only 1 hit in the game for the South Sevier Rams. So 1 down, runner on second. It'll bring up Aspen Dickinson, the right fielder.
Dickinson lefty. Again, the South Sevier Rams message is we just need base runners, 1 base runner at a time. They need to stay disciplined at the plate, although Watcott is not missing the strike zone. She just isn't.
Yeah, just missed that one, so 1-0 the count to Dickinson, but you're right, she has been spot on. That one's hit up and going to be a base hit as Dickinson goes over the head of the shortstop, and that'll move the runners onto the corners. South Sevier in business.
Yeah, that was a bleeding line drive that just beat the shortstop. And what heads-up base running by Dickinson. Nobody was covering second base, Scott. The middle infield, in a way, kind of went to sleep and left second base unattended. And after that crucial single, Dickinson just takes second base.
And she does get second base. Stolen base for Dickinson. And for the Rams, that is the first stolen base of the afternoon.
Really, really heads-up base running there by Dickinson. You know, she didn't exactly square that one up, but she got a good line drive, single, beat the shortstop, and then the middle infield for San Juan just fell asleep for a second, and Dickinson made him pay.
And now they'll have the coach will come out and talk to the Broncos and say, hey, settle down. But you can feel a little bit of momentum for South Sevier, and this is big. You've got your leadoff batter up, your number 1s, 2, and 3 coming up. These are your heavy hitters, all batting around 500.
Yeah, these are the kids that can plate the runs.
So 7, 8, 9 did what they were supposed to do.
Number 9, Parsons, a freshman, has 34 RBIs, and she's got 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. But the message to San Juan, if you're the San Juan coach, is, hey, these runs really don't mean too much. Let's get an out right here. We need an out at all costs. Let's get an out.
So Parsons up to the plate, 0 for 2. Pitch comes in, strike 1. Hits the bottom of the strike zone.
Great pitch, painted right across the knees from Watcott.
I'll take the call from the coach. Parsons, swing and a miss. That would have been the outside corner anyway. 0-2 the count.
That's that
placement.
Fastball breaking away by Watcott. It's a really tough pitch to hit. And Parsons falls behind 0-2.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Watcott. Fouled off again. Nice battle by Parsons, the third baseman for South Sevier.
Parsons looking to put anything in play to the right side or hit something deep. They just need to break that goose egg they have on the scoreboard and play to run here.
Yeah. Count remains 0-2. Fouled off again. Nice battle by Parsons.
Parsons, that was that fastball breaking away from the right-handed batter, and Parsons did a great job of getting the bat on it.
Looking over at the other field, it's Duchesne 7, Gunnison 2 in the other quarterfinal. So these two, the winners of these 2 games. Right now it looks like Duchesne and San Juan. And there's the third strike.
Caught by the catcher. That's a swinging strike 3. What a pitch. An off-speed changeup by Watcott fooled Parson, who was battling tough.
11 strikeouts in the contest. And that'll bring up Hazy Taylor. 0 for 1 with a walk this afternoon.
So South Sevier in desperate need of a 2-out hit here to plate these 2 runs that they've had in scoring position.
Another great placement. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss.
Watcott beats Taylor with the high heat.
So the 2 pitchers battling it out. 0-1. Here it comes. Did she swing? She did not. 1-1. Good hold by Taylor.
Yeah, tried to get her. The first pitch was up in the zone, and that one even further, and Taylor did not chase.
Almost chased.
She thought about it.
She thought hard about that one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Did she catch the corner? She did. 1-2. Beautiful.
Great pitch by Watcott. In a crucial position, Watcott continues to deliver and hit her spots.
Yeah, South Sevier with an opportunity. 2 down, runners on second and third. 1-2 the count. And there's a hit straight up in center field. Nope, shortstop will come over and snow cone it at the last second. And San Juan gets out of the jam.
Great response there by Watcott. In a little bit of a, South Sevier finally had something going, but Watcott shut him down.
So that'll do it. 8-0 our score. We come back with the bottom of the 5th inning on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports.
This is how legends 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Welcome back, Scott Linkford, Matt Robinson. We've got Jex on the TriCaster. Happy to bring you 2A softball and 3A softball on TeamHive.live and Centricom, as well as KSL Sports. And, Matt, this has been a great game. Deliberate game by San Juan, just steady and powerful.
Yeah, and a great performance in the circle for Watcott so far today, just keeping the Rams off balance.
Now Taylor needs to come back. She does catch that outside corner, strike one.
And coming to the bottom half of the 5th inning for the San Juan Broncos, you've got their 1, 2, 3 hitters, including Gilson, who's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs.
Well, and if San Juan's able to score 2, the game's over.
Yep, they could end it right here.
So Cordova steps in. Pitch is going to be slightly up in the strike zone. That was close. 2-1.
So with Gilson coming to the plate here, Cordova looking desperately to get on base, and then they'll let Gilson drive her around.
Ball 3-1. Hitters count coming for Avina Cordova, the second baseman for San Juan. It looked good. I think that was kind of one of those hopeful things as you start to run towards first base. I was like, I'm waiting for a strike on that, and very good spot by Taylor.
Great pitch by Taylor. Here in the bottom of the 5th, San Juan's going to pull out all the stops to try to end this game and save pitching, save innings.
Cordova battles, fouls that one off. Count remains full.
We'll see if Taylor can gut it up and hit her spots here.
Oh, Cordova goes down swinging, strikeout number 1 of the this is the bottom of the 5th.
Got Cordova to chase a fastball up in the zone, and she just beat her with the high heat.
So Gilson, 2 for 3, as you mentioned. Hit the fence right center, went over the fence left center, and she's got 3 RBIs. Here's the hit. Gilson, third base, picked up, throw it across, and can't make the grab. The first baseman can't quite get it, and on by error.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an E3. That was actually a really good play by the third baseman, Parsons, and Gordon just unable to put the glove on it. I felt like she stretched out a little bit too prematurely.
Yeah, might have.
You like to see maybe the first baseman just wait a second before they stretch out so far.
What caught 1 for 1 and stolen base for Gilson.
Gilson takes the bag. That's a great place for a steal. by San Juan, trying to get that runner in scoring position and push the issue here.
You talked about it, the pressure to get out of this game if you can.
Yeah, you want to do everything you can to end it here with the 10-run rule in the bottom of the fifth. But
only 2 errors in the game, 1 for each team. There's a base hit and maybe more. Nope, just a base hit. Great job by the right fielder. I've been impressed by the right fielder coming up on those balls hit by San Juan.
Yeah, she's made a couple of great plays, and she read that one really well. That was a well-hit line drive and by Walcott, and she came up and made a great play. But advances the runner to third, and with 1 out, you have runners on first and third.
Yep, runners on the corners with Haley Palmer. Ironically, the cleanup hitter, 0 for 3 today.
Yep.
So far.
Palmer looking to break the slump and put something into play.
And the ball's going to go, it's going to be a throwing error as in comes another San Juan Bronco. That makes it 9, and the winning run on second base.
Yeah, the throw from the catcher sailed into left field and very heads-up base running there by San Juan. Maybe like to see.
Well, what actually happened is the runner was in the way, and the third baseman couldn't get over. Mm-hmm. In comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ball.
And that's fine as long as the base runner stays on the foul side of the baseline.
You're right.
They're exactly where they should be.
Caught the corner, strike 1. 1-1 the count.
So 9-0 San Juan, and the winning run on second base.
1 down. Pitch is hit, fouled off, back out of play. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Again, we have softball all day long on TeamHive.live. We've got, after these 2 games, the one-loss bracket begins. Here's a hit to second base. This will be a walk-off single by Haley Palmer as the winning run comes across the plate. 10-0, our score for the San Juan Broncos, and that is it.
So the winning hit by Palmer, who previously was 0 for 3, but out of that 4-hole comes through and delivers the winning RBI single, plates that winning run, and that's the ball game.
So in that bottom of the 5th inning, you had 2 runs on 2 hits by the San Juan Broncos. They advance, take on the winner of Duchesne and Gunnison, and that's 7-3 right now. And so they play at 10 o'clock. We'll have that game for you as well. But, Matt, just quick to summarize, Whatcott just did a wonderful job in the circle for the San Juan Broncos. And then the hitting of the Broncos was also sensational.
Yeah, so San Juan, for San Juan, Whatcott threw 5 complete innings. She only gave up 1 hit and only had 1 walk. She had 11 strikeouts. She threw a total of 71 pitches, Scott. 53 of those were strikes. She was all over the strike zone. And not only was she pounding the strike zone, she was hitting her spots. Yep. She just kept South Sevier off balance all day long.
Yeah.
And that's a tremendous effort by San Juan, but really a great game by Whatcott.
Yes, it was. And so pretty impressive as they defeat the South Sevier Rams 10-0 and move on. They'll play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for those of you. That also puts the South Sevier Rams playing. Game 11 will be, they'll play Paiute at 2:30, so that's coming up here pretty shortly. That's a quick turnaround for the South Sevier Rams. They'll play the Paiute Thunderbirds in the one-loss bracket. So coming up, just for your information, Beaver North Sevier plays at 4:45. Millard Milford will be at 4:45 as well. And then, again, South Sevier Paiute, and we're assuming it right now. It looks like Gunnison Kanab coming up at 2:30 as well. So we'll keep track of all those games for you.
And on this Thursday, day of the tournament, in that one-loss bracket, you're going to see these kids playing with a lot of passion.
Yep.
It's win or go home for these kids. So you're going to see a lot of energy and a lot of effort in that one-loss bracket to try and advance into tomorrow.
Also, you're going to see South Summit playing Juab at 4:45 in the 3A classification. Manti was defeated by Carbon, so Manti will play Juan Diego at 4:45 as well. And then we don't have finals on the other 2 semifinal games yet. Right now we've got Canyon View and Morgan, 7-2 for Canyon View.
This is North San Pete.
I'm at North San Pete over Union. And then Canyon View is going to be 3-2. That one's a good game. You might want to tune in and watch that one. on TeamHive.live. Big thanks to Matt Robinson and Jex on the TriCaster. Whole bunch more softball coming up. And have a great afternoon, and we'll see you soon on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports.